How to survive the Great Depression that's coming in 2030. Now, why would it happen? First off, we have inflation. As prices continue to rise, consumer spending declines, setting the stage for an economic downturn. The US is grappling with an unprecedented level of debt, which has now surpassed $35 trillion. The Federal Reserve has engaged in excessive money printing, which provides short-term relief but has long-term consequences. At the very basic level, flooding the market with money devalues the currency. Now let's go over how we can prepare for all this. First off, if you're growing your own food or raising livestock, you're going to be better off than most people. At the very least, you won't have to worry about going hungry. You'll also have food that you can sell or barter. Next is stocking up on precious metals. The price of gold and silver will most likely skyrocket, so it's good to stock up now. Precious metals can be expensive though, so if you need to, just buy a little bit at a time. If you can't buy an ounce of gold, even buying 1 gram or 5 gram bars is an option. Silver is a great option as well. I think most people can afford to buy an ounce of silver every once in a while. Next is an emergency fund. I know it's very hard to save money right now, but you need to try and build up to a 6-month emergency fund. Keeping your debt to a minimum is extremely important, so try your best to do that. Make sure to keep cash with you. It's going to be very important in case banks or electronic payment methods stop working. I also think you should consider keeping currencies of different countries. The first one I like is Swiss francs. The Swiss economy is known for its strong banking system and low debt levels. It has a history of being a safe haven during global financial turmoil. The other currency I like is Singapore dollars. Singapore has a robust economy with strong financial and trade sectors. It also has low public debt and a stable government. Singapore's open economy and strategic location make it a global hub for finance and trade, which adds strength to its currency. Now let's talk about skills. People with essential skills will still be in demand and will still be able to find work. So carpenters, mechanics, plumbers, and any medical professional. Even if you're a really good salesperson, you can pretty much make it in any economy. Being able to repair shoes and clothing will be a skill that's in high demand. Since crime will go up, there are going to be plenty of people and companies who are looking for protection. So if you're a security guard or ex-military, then you may be in demand. At the very least, you need to learn basic first aid in case EMS is no longer functioning. And as I said before, crime will skyrocket, so having self-defense tools will be very important. If you can't use the usual weapons, then get stuff like pepper spray, batons, machetes, and swords. Keep a good stockpile of foods that have a long shelf life, like canned food, rice, beans, pasta, and oats. During the Great Depression, people were constantly worried about how they're going to get their next meal, so you don't want to be in that situation, so make sure to stock up on as much food as possible. Think about buying a generator in case there's a situation where you don't have electricity anymore. A lot of families survived the Great Depression by cooking meals and selling them locally for an affordable price, so that could be an option as well. Keep about 180 gallons of water or more if possible. You may not be able to afford over-the-counter meds when it happens, so make sure to stock up on them now. I actually did a video on the real shelf life of medication, and we looked at a study where they basically took a bunch of different medication and they tested the effectiveness 10 years later, and they found that about 85% of them were still safe and effective to use. You need to make sure that you have barter items like lighters, batteries, sugar, salt, coffee, meds, and other stuff like that. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.